In this video, you're going to learn how to use Twitter polls to create tweets that get a lot of engagement. I'll show you a couple of examples and then I'll show you how to set up a poll on your Twitter account. To find some examples of successful polls on Twitter, we can just come into the search bar and type in hashtag polls. And up is going to pop then some accounts that are related to polls and some actual polls down here. So let's come down and just find an example. So here's a good example. It's simply just a question. Who's going to win the election? And then there's two options. And then people are really just voting on this. So I could select this as somebody and then just vote. And then I can see the percentage of people who think that that is the likely outcome. So for me as a viewer, this is very engaging because I'm actually doing something and engaging with you on Twitter. And then I'm also learning a little bit about what other people think. And that gives me that little bit of an incentive to click through. So you can see once again, when you see the poll, you don't actually see the answers. You can see the number of votes. But when I select my answer, then I can see the percentage of people who agreed with me. So there is a built-in incentive there for people to respond because then they can see what other people are seeing. And that is why it's such a powerful feature and why it gets so much engagement. Now, what can you do with these polls? Well, you can do pretty much anything. You could get people to vote on content that you want to create. So here you could say, what blog post should I write next? Instagram marketing, Twitter marketing, and you could see where the votes are. You could ask for predictions like this, who's going to win the election. You could ask for feedback on a feature. So do you use this feature on Twitter? Polls, yes, no. You could react to real-time events. So anything that happens in the news, you could say, do you think this is a positive thing, or did he get that decision right, yes or no? And the cool thing about these polls as well is you can actually take a poll, your poll or anybody's poll, and embed them onto your website. So you could put this, just take that code, copy it and paste it onto your website, and then this poll will appear on the website. So you could create your own polls, put them on a blog post, or put a collection of polls to really highlight, okay, well, this is what some people think is going to happen, and here's what I actually think is going to happen. So there's a lot of interesting ways that you can use these polls, and even there actually is an account on Twitter here that shares out the most important polls on Twitter, brought to you by BuzzFeed. So if we click into this, we can take a look at some of these. So 3,243 votes, that's a lot of engagement. This is now over. You can see that's the final results. So all of these, I think they're sharing them out when they're done. But if it wasn't the final result, you're going to see like 1 day left, 2 days left, and that's when you can't see the results there. But even if we just scroll down through these, you can see that there is a lot of engagement. 1,700 votes, 1,400, 10,000 votes. So this one's just kind of funny. Some can be more serious, 3,000 votes, 11,000 votes. Now, I think what you'll see is the consistency between all of these is it's a simple question, maybe even only a couple of words, and then there's maybe one or two options maximum. So if you want to get a lot of engagement, keep it a simple question, one or two answers, and I think that's going to make it very easy for people to respond. They don't have to think a huge amount about it. They can just click. And you can make this fun, like hell yeah, nah. Even if we scroll down a little bit, I think I saw a good one down here. You can put emojis in here. Are you ready for this? End it now. It's over. Let's scroll down even more. What does the future of the US look like? You know, it looks bad or it looks great. And you can see that that got a huge amount of engagement as well. So let us come in and create a poll for ourselves then. We can come in and click tweet at the top right hand corner here. You can select this option to add a poll. And so you want to ask a question. So what course maybe should I make next? And then you can say something, give two options. Google Analytics. I can create the poll length. Now it's probably a good idea to leave it up there as long as possible, maybe 5 to 7 days. And then you can just go ahead and tweet that. And if we come to the profile, you can see that that's going to appear there. It's going to say 4 days left, and then people are going to vote. You're going to see the results straight away, but the viewers won't see the results until they click through and answer. Now that you know how to create Twitter polls, come in to your account and create a poll for yourself so you can get a lot of engagement on your tweets.